Look, few experiences in life hurt quite as deeply as a broken heart. If you are going through a painful breakup right now, I just want to start by acknowledging and validating exactly where you are. This explainer of our source material is built entirely for you to help you navigate the heavy, sometimes crushing weight of what you're feeling right now.
Think about the sudden whiplash of heartbreak for a second. It's incredibly disorienting, isn't it? Literally just a day ago, you were probably imagining this vibrant shared future with someone. You were making plans together, syncing up your busy calendars, mapping out your lives as a team.
You are sharing your deepest, most personal dreams. You are building these irreplaceable memories together and looking so far forward to what was coming next. You were completely 100% emotionally invested in that shared path and everything it represented. And then, boom, everything changes. The calls just stop, the messages fade into this deafening silence, and that beautiful future you envisioned, it simply disappears. The sudden withdrawal of your daily routine and your emotional safety net is such a jarring, abrupt shift. It leaves you standing there, trying to figure out how to just put one foot in front of the other when it feels like the ground has completely fallen out from under you.
I want to reassure you that what you are feeling right now is completely real. The sadness, the anger, the absolute confusion, the self-doubt, the crushing loneliness, it's all valid. But please remember this: healing won't happen overnight, but it will happen, I promise you. Day by day, the tears are going to become a little less frequent. One day, this incredibly painful chapter is just going to be a part of your story. It is not the end of it.
So let's dive into this explainer. We're going to walk through a really structured roadmap to help you heal and rebuild, starting with the early days, reconnecting with yourself, unpacking the myth of closure, and finally, believing in love again.
All right, Phase 1, navigating the early days.
This right here is the messy, immediate aftermath where literally everything feels raw. The absolute most crucial point in these early days is to stop trying to act strong. Step 1 is simply allowing yourself to grieve. You know, a lot of people try to hide their emotions, but healing only really kicks off when you allow yourself to actually feel. It is perfectly okay to cry. Step 2 is accepting the reality that the relationship has actually changed. And step 3, okay, this is a massive one. You've got to limit constant contact. You have to create healthy physical and digital distance. That means no checking their social media, no rereading old text messages, and definitely no looking for random excuses to reach out. Think about it. The wound stays open if you just keep touching it.
It's such a common trap to fight reality, you know? Just hoping everything magically goes back to the way it was. But that just keeps you emotionally trapped. True acceptance isn't giving up. Actually, scratch that. It's more like making room for a new beginning. You are actively clearing the space for whatever comes next in your life.
Moving on to Phase 2, reconnecting with yourself.
We are shifting gears now from just surviving the pain to actively taking your power back. During a relationship, it's so easy to make the other person the absolute center of your world. Now you have to pull that center back to you. First up, lean heavily on your trusted friends and family. You do not have to carry this heavy pain all by yourself. Second, start actively overriding those painful triggers. Go exercise, read a book, learn some new skills, travel if you can. Pursue those personal goals you've been putting on the back burner. It's also absolutely vital to create new routines and memories. Go to new places, meet new people. You want to make sure your environment doesn't constantly remind you of your former relationship. It's time to rediscover the parts of yourself that might have been a little neglected.
Now, after a breakup, it is entirely normal to replay every single conversation in your head, right? Thinking, oh, if only I had said this, or if only I had done that differently. But let's be real. Relationships rarely end due to just one person. It's like a giant puzzle. You have to move away from blaming yourself for the whole shebang, and instead reflect with honest compassion. Be honest about your mistakes, for sure, but do not carry all the blame on your own shoulders.
Which brings us to Phase 3, the myth of closure.
Waiting for external closure, like waiting for that grand apology or a perfect explanation, can completely stall your healing process for months or even years. Here is the really powerful revelation from our source material. Real closure never actually comes from the person who hurt you. Closure is an internal decision to accept what happened, learn from it, forgive where possible, and choose to move forward. Sometimes the person who hurt you simply cannot give you the answers you're looking for. Real closure, that's a choice you create entirely for yourself.
And that leads us perfectly into Phase 4, believing in love again. Taking ownership of your own closure empowers you to enter the absolute most hopeful phase of this whole journey. So, how do we eventually open our hearts back up? Well, step 1, please don't rush it. Using a new relationship to escape your current pain is only going to delay your healing. Let your heart recover first, because healthy love only grows from a healthy heart. Step 2, turn that pain into purpose by genuinely learning from the experience. Ask yourself, okay, what did this actually teach me about love? What qualities do I really want in a future partner? And finally, step 3, believe love is still possible. Countless people who thought their hearts were permanently shattered eventually found happiness again. Reject the idea that your story is over, because your future, it has absolutely not been decided by your past.
I would really love to hear from you all on this. What advice helped you heal after a breakup? Or which of these steps do you think is just the absolute most important when you're trying to move on? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. Sharing your own healing journey not only helps you process it, but it reinforces our community here and proves to anyone reading that they're absolutely not alone in this experience. I want to leave you with this beautifully poignant thought from the text. Sometimes a painful goodbye creates space for a healthier, stronger, and more fulfilling hello. Heartbreak changes people, there is no doubt about that, but it does not have to define you. Your heart might be hurting today, and that is perfectly okay. Take care of your mind, take care of your body, and celebrate those small steps forward. Healing is absolutely possible, and I truly believe your best days are still ahead. So ask yourself, if this painful goodbye is just clearing the space for a healthier hello, what do you want your next chapter to look like?